Welcome back everyone to Age of Wonders 4, a strategy fantasy game, which is fairly complex in my opinion. It allows you to have different kinds of victory and, well, you basically start with a city and a race you create with a ruler, which you expand and grow and even evolve with different kinds of spells. You can evolve your race, so you kind of advance in every aspect. And I found that to be very interesting. And I have to admit, this kind of comes out of nowhere, as I have not really planned on recording this game. But as I played my first and then halfway into the second game, I realized, damn, this game actually has some bit of story, or it really is. It has a little bit of well, not mundane strategy-ish gameplay, like for example Heroes Hour, if you know it. But I'm already talking too much. I guess I can continue once we're in-game. And as you can see, this is already one of my characters of the second run. And yeah, you can play as a dragon, as a... I wanted to say human, but there are different races, so basically the leader of your race. But I'm just gonna start a new game, and there are different kind of challenges or something you can do. Now don't worry, as far as I'm aware, it isn't really, or there is gonna be enough story in a normal game we can create ourselves. And we are going to be playing on Brutal, because I've played some games, it was too easy. The second one was Brutal, and it was, in my opinion, very manageable. So it's gonna be Brutal. Now there are more settings. You can kind of decide what the world is gonna have. For example, what climate the world is gonna, special effects, like I don't know, I don't even know any of them. A lesser version of the Umbral Abyss, no Umbral dwellings present, mutually exclusive. Okay, I don't even understand what that is. See, I've already played the game and I don't even know. I'm still not very well versed in this game's language, if you want. But yeah, okay, very hard is good, I guess. I just wanted to check if, okay, that's challenging plus. We don't want challenging plus yet. AI difficulty, combat AI. Okay, the challenging AI is apparently doing optimal positioning, as it says right there. Okay, there's also challenging plus. I haven't played on challenging plus yet. Also don't intend to do that now. Happening intensity, happening sound. Okay, yeah. Alright, apparently you can adjust that too. And these global events are part of the, well, story, as I call it. Now, you may have already glimpsed a little bit of what was down. Just want to make sure there is everything is and so we're just really, wait a second. You can also adjust the portal realm. Now, I don't think it has any impact of how the gameplay is going to be, but for the case of what I'm planning to do, just as a heads up, I'm I'm planning on doing 2 games on this channel, basically. Just which I go. Well, my plan is to include as most of the game content as possible without overdoing it, if you know what I mean. So I don't want to make too much of this game, but I also kind of want to show everything that's there, you know? And so, 1 second, just checking. So my plan is to do first an evil route with, you'll have no idea what I'm gonna say now. With the 2 affinities focusing on Arcane and Shadow. You'll know what it's gonna be in a bit, but these are the 2 I haven't experienced myself yet, as there are multiple elements.
Your journey starts here.
And as you can see, now we arrive at the faction or race editor. Now I have already made a little plan. So basically, just to go over it real quick, you've got humans, you've got elves, classic. Now, apparently I also have some expansions, which are like Eldritch Realm. I don't know. But basically, insects. I don't know what the fuck this is. But we're gonna play as them, just as a little warning, because they're gonna fit with our evil arcanist race culture empire. And well, goats, if you want to play goats, and a whole different bunch of species which all have their different traits at the bottom, as you can see. Now, why the fuck did I stop here? What the fuck is this trait? Hideous stench. Reduces the resistance to magic and status effects of nearby units. What the fuck? Oh man. Like, we've got normal passives too, like athletics, just so you know. Rats, in case you want to play a rat race. But basically, everyone has their own traits, and our traits, as we are gonna play as sort of arcanists, we're gonna have magic attacks as well, deal more damage. We're gonna do a lot of magic damage. Empowered by magic. Basically, if you don't take any damage from physical attacks that turn, you'll deal more damage and more XP, because XP is always very good. And so we're gonna select C.
What is their origin culture?
Cyrus, whatever the race was called. But now we are on the culture page, and here are also a bunch of different ones. And so just to give you like an example, feudal is what I perceive to be the most basic culture. I'm not sure, but oh yeah, okay, it has, like, as you can see, this is where the affinities are starting to come in, and you've basically, to go all over all affinities once. You have order affinity, which is basically you know, faith and good guys. You've got nature, pretty explanatory. Chaos. Now chaos is more linked towards fire, evil, raiding, conquering, that sort of stuff. You got materium, which is just basically for dwarfs, or not for dwarfs, but everything that is related to the physical, as it here also explains. And magic, on the contrary, which is everything magical. And you got Shadow, which is necromancy and all of the also evil stuff. And yeah, there are affinities that are, as I said, in contrast to each other. For example, Order affinity is in contrast towards Chaos, so they don't like each other basically. Nature in contrast to Shadow, because, you know, necromancy opposes life and life opposes undead and stuff. Materium opposes astral or magic in general. And you've got, yeah, basically this entire system now. We are gonna play as the Mystic, because we're gonna play as mages, focusing primarily on research and going towards that research victory as well. I haven't had the... I only had one victory yet, and it was a Conqueror victory. And so I haven't had any of the others yet. And I suspect there are multiple research victories, because you will see, or maybe you can think or know what I mean in just a second. But we are also gonna pick potential, because so some of the cultures have some subcultural things, attunement being the most basic one in my opinion, which focuses just on you know, you can collect on the world map some astral echoes that you can use to cast more spells. And, well, you got summoning as well, which also has astral echoes, but you can use that to upgrade summons. And summoning is easier and all that sort of stuff. Now, potential is the one that first fits most to our race and sort of way we're going to play. And also, it has, in my opinion, the most interesting mechanic, because I don't understand it either so much. But from my understanding, basically, if you cast spells, the more you cast spells, the more it gets a potential that you can later exploit, and you lock away that spell to exploit its potential, which is gonna give you some random benefits. There. Use spells to exploit arcane inspiration and gain an economic edge. This culture's unit inflicts dissonance. Yeah, okay. And some passives as well. Which I have no idea of that much too. And yeah, spells have potential. Yeah, basically there are combat spells and there are world map spells. You're gonna see what that means in just a bit. Once a spell has gained maximum inspiration, it can be exploited, locking the spell away temporarily in return for the effect of its potential. Potential of each spell is randomized. Yeah, so I don't want to over confuse you too much, because there's still going to be a lot we have to choose from, because this is by far not the end. We have just picked our race. So we're gonna pick that.
Their society.
And now we've got society traits as well, which also affect sort of our affinity. And unless I've already forgotten, I know that Umbral Disciples are what we really want to go for, because this gives us a shit ton of things, as you can already see. Our entire race change. Just to explain a bit what just happened, with this trait, society trait, we get a starting minor race transformation, and this allows us to live in evil territory, so to speak, which we are gonna create through something we're gonna get as well And this is gonna basically transform our territory into evil territory, which is beneficial to us, but bad for everyone else who enters. And since we are going to follow a playstyle of isolation, really, at, at the end of the day, there even is a trait, hermit kingdoms, especially just for arcanists. Cities gain 15% knowledge, food, production and stability when their domain does not border the domain of another city or outpost. And you get grievances upon this preference being interrupted by another kingdom. And so, yeah, the mage cultures usually prefer that they also, if you meet different cultures that are magic focused, they also say, just stay away from me, just get lost, please leave me alone, okay? I don't want to do anything with you. And so we're gonna follow exactly that, a playstyle of isolation, which don't worry, is not gonna be boring at all. We'll have our hands full. Probably people are also not gonna like us and starting wars against us. We're just gonna follow a defensive playstyle, that's all. Maybe it goes into the offense as well if we realize we're just rocking this thing, but basically, yeah. You know what? Let's just go for exactly that, Hermit Kingdom. We're gonna be complete isolation, and if anybody tries to connect our borders, they'll just die. Okay, that's our playstyle. I've just decided. I actually originally had Ancient Wise Ones in mind, but as I read through it again, it became apparent to me that this is absolute garbage. It doesn't... It wouldn't... It wouldn't matter if I were to explain it to you now. You'll just see. I know, guys. I'm sorry. This is so much input right now. I was overwhelmed as well. Okay, don't worry about it. You're good. Okay, if you don't understand anything, you're totally fine. So
choose your first tome.
Now we're gonna choose our first tome. There is so much. I'm telling you, this game is so fucking complex and I love it. So, I'm not sure yet if every tome is randomized at the start of the start of a new game, but I'm just gonna skim through them and tell you guys what I will be deciding for, because as you can already see, there are multiple spells. But the thing is, it may be a tome we're gonna selecting, but this will ultimately affect multiple things, because as you can see, this tome gives us 2 astral affinity, which is gonna matter a lot, because this basically dictates how our events are gonna be structured, what kind of events we're gonna get, and all that sort of stuff. What our people are gonna be worried about, all of this. And as a little bonus, we get combat spell casting points and world map spell casting point, which is pretty good considering that we basically need to cast as many spells as possible to gain some economical benefits from our culture. And like I said, it may be just a tome, but there are also units you can unlock to... Okay, never mind, this is actually a summoning spell, as I can see right here, because it costs mana, but there are also ones that... there we go. That unlock units that you can recruit in your city. For example, the Evoker. So they are not solely focused on spells per se. There are also ones that unlock city buildings, which I also will explain in just a bit once we finally get into the game. But yeah, I will select a tome. We'll see us in a second. Now, if we were going to follow our culture, racial sort of path, we would go for the Tome of the Tentacle, but as I've just seen through these benefits we are getting, it sucks. Okay, it just really sucks. Maybe later, because, like, for example, okay, it gives stability and gold, but early game as a first tome, no, there are better things to get. So I would just say we would go for Tome of Necromancy, as it has the coolest things in my opinion, which is also going to introduce yet another mechanic which may or may not overcomplicate the entire situation, but it will, trust me, I will walk all of you through, don't worry about it. Necromancy is cool, okay? Who doesn't agree is just gay, okay? Nothing against, but you know, okay? And we are going to play as the Eldritch Sovereign. So basically, I haven't read through that myself. I've only played as a champion and, well, a dragon lord so far. We will, don't worry, we will have champions and wizard, maybe not, well, maybe not wizard kings as well, but basically we will also have access to our racial sort of leaders, because this is not our only leader we select. The only difference is these two you can only select as the ultimate king, basically, so to speak. And so, as we're gonna be evil, as we're gonna be sort of eldritch, we're obviously gonna play as the Eldritch Sovereign. So, an eldritch sorcerer commanding powers beyond mortal comprehension. Eldritch Sovereigns have access to powerful control hero skills. Eldritch Sovereigns gain powerful unique hero signature skills. I get what they mean. Use thralls to cast powerful ritual spells. Okay, now that's just the plus side for our caster sort of magical build we are going for. Start with Clairvoyance, Ritual, and Thrall population. Don't worry, I don't know what the fuck this is. You reveals the closest undiscovered infestation. That sucks. City spell target on a city loses 1 population if used on a vassal. Lose relation with them. You gain 3 thralls. Those are enslaved people or creatures that can be used as currency for special ritual spells. Okay. Okay. If used on a vassal. Oh, that's okay. That's interesting. That's getting interesting. Eldritch Sovereigns have Eldritch Governors. While Governor, the governed city gains benefit based on the renown level of the hero. Okay. Each special, basically, as this ruler levels up, the city he is assigned to also gets benefit. Special provinces. Okay, basically special provinces get benefits. Each population grant. Okay, this is of importance right here. That population gives benefit. The others. I mean, the first one sucks. Okay, just to play it out plainly, but the second, especially the fourth one. And the fourth one and third one are what really matter. Eldritch Sovereigns have a 5 mana unit upkeep and cannot equip leg and mount items. Okay. That's fine, but interesting to know that. So we're gonna play as Eldritch Sovereign.
Reveal yourself.
Yeah, we look good. Holy crap. Okay. This is... give me just a second and we'll see us in a bit. And we can also choose a ruler ambition. To summarize, whatever ambition we have, we level through this ambition our governor skill. It'll make sense in just a second. just so you know, for example, we take, where is it? Instructor, okay? Instructor level through leveling their army, basically getting renown by leveling up their units, and therefore unlocking more passive effects. And yeah, basically that's it. We take Dominator because we will be raising the dead, and it just fits perfectly. And so let's just go on with our creations. Now I did actually looked a little bit already into some of the things, just so I can explain a little bit better maybe. And yes, this is our starting city. We start with Tome of Necromancy and all of that fancy stuff. 2 spells at the start as well. And let us just see where in the world map. Well, okay, we are sort of. Okay, I don't know what to think about this position because it's not quite at the corner of the world, but we surely will get there. So we start with a tiny army and a scout. The scout can go for us and, well, collect shenanigans. Like for example this mask we just got, and we can instantly equip it in our hero menu here. Now this gives us 1 defense and more vision range. Better than nothing? Not crazy though. And so at the start, let me see here. So we can start a research. This is going to contribute to the research victory, or the magic victory. And yeah, we can choose between 3 spells every time, which are randomly selected. And currently, I would say either Soul Collection or Skeleton Reanimation would be great. I would lean even towards Skeleton because this will allow us to instantly grow our army a little faster. So we'll just select this. Then here we have our city. We can, well, just to explain the basic resources: gold, mana, both explanatory. Then we have 2 new ones because of our race and culture and so on. Soul and thralls. Both of them are sort of connected because in our spellbook we can transfer these resources as we please. For example, if I were to open this up, we have a bunch of spells we can't cast because we don't have any mana. Mana is gonna be an issue. But here you can see we can, for example, use 30 souls to gain 3 thralls. We can use 3 thralls to gain 30 souls at the expense of world casting points, which are over there. This is the resource you need to cast any sort of world type spell on this world map. And yeah, we currently have 45. And so, because we don't have any money, we can't do anything here anyways. But a city always also has food production, craft, stability, research, and Imperium. Food is how fast does the city grow. Production is how fast can it build city buildings. And draft is how fast can it recruit. Stability is how, well, the higher your stability, the better the city does in terms of production. And the knowledge determines how fast can you research specific spells, like our current research here. Imperium over here, we'll get to that at a later point. There's no sense in explaining that yet. We can start building our first structure, and I would lean towards evocation. Evocator's Abode, since this gives us mana, draft, production, all very good early game. Usually draft is not very good in my opinion, because you'll get at a point where you don't have the resources to sustain such a huge army, and there's no point in, well, drafting new units if you're over there in a siege and the unit spawns over there. It would be much more beneficial to just, well, cast a summoning spell and then have a unit right by your side. The reason I'm not willing to cast this Astral Ritual is because it has a very expensive unit upkeep of 8 mana, which, as you can see, we have almost 100 gold income, but only 15 mana income. And we are mages, so we can't really afford that extra unit. So this, for now, stays at the corner of our eye. So in case we need it, we might want to do. But for now, oh, well, we just found a unit in this box. That's pretty convenient. Yeah, I'll take that. And as first, I would say another scout is very important. Also, I would like to expand our army into battle mages, so we can, we want to have at least one army full of battle mages because we specialize heavily in. Have I forgotten anything now? I think not. So for now we can also move a little bit further, maybe even towards there, because the scout has already found us a delicious victim to start nibbling upon. You get my meaning, of course. Haha. Let's just do that. Let's have our scouts do that. We could of course explore there, but that's unreliable. And that's also a ranged unit, tier 1. How much upkeep? It's 8. See, that's what I mean. So we want them to die as fast as possible. End our turn. Also, I just forgot. We start with the whisper stone. We want to give it to our city since it's currently sitting around doing nothing. It will make sense later on. So for now, just know it's for negotiating. And well, another spear. Okay, we're getting quite the military edge here. We can already, I think, move into their territory, because this is an enemy camp and we kind of want them to attack us. And yeah, see how this is the range in which, for example, if this Mordor guard were to attack me, I can see already which units on the world map would be involved in this battle. So in this instance, it's us and our scout. Both of us would be inside the battle. And we have found our first free city. So let's just go ahead and talk with them. Meeting Nefarious Pontificatum, Sage Orion Tempest of the Free City Pontificatum, greets you with a willy smile. Salutations, Eldritch Sovereign Karl Cthulhu. Your reputation precedes you. It pleases us to meet an Eldritch Sovereign who shares our convictions. Nevertheless, we ask you to respect Pontification's independence. Give them your Whispering Stone so they love you and enjoy you. And we're just gonna do exactly that after. So both of them are, these answers are unimportant. Just check them out instantly and check them out later. But this year is new, so this is because we are an Eldritch Sovereign. We have the ability to spend 2 of our thralls to instantly sway their relation towards us in a positive manner. And we will do just that because that is super worth. You will see why. Because now they're swayed. Oh, they are the same race as us. That's perfect. I like that. Because it matters which race they are. Depending on that, it will decide what kind of units they will have and will be able to trade with us, so to say. So now we just have given them our Whispering Stone, and in 6 turns we will reach the Pact of Cooperation. So that will enable us to trade with them, which is very good. And so yeah, right now nothing else to do. Let's end our turn. And they haven't attacked us. Should I be surprised? I mean, we are kind of intimidating, but also they haven't really moved. So let's just well, yeah. Huh? So when combat, that's a crash. Okay, let's try again. Oh my god, it's still the last turn. Okay. And turn. Okay, so now let's just kill them. Attempt number 2. Alright, so this is how combat out. So as you can see, it's sort of like on the world map, just with all of the units well, present. And we do not... So basically our Eldritch Sovereign is does have a lot of range. Let's see here. I usually prefer a playstyle where I play very defensively and let them approach me. So in that, go ahead and just go a little bit forward. Have them as cannon fodder because these units actually spawn because of our cultural trait. So they are dispensable, is what I'm saying. Aim guard. Okay. They can attack them already. I don't know if that was that smart. They can already attack, but it's gonna be fine. If we stay with our support next to them, they should suffer less damage because they have an aura that does that. Let's have them go into the front as well, because these are the units we kind of want to die. Kind of want to let them die off. And end our turn. Ooh. Well, it's not. Okay. It's alright. Yeah, go attack the dispensable stuff. Ones I don't really care about. So here we have an ability that lets us control them for a second. Yeah, we want to do it now, I guess. Or? Yeah, they will do more damage if we do it now. However... Okay, you know what? Let's first do the stuff, like, for example, attack with them, because attacking works in a sort of special way of the more action points you have, yeah, it's already described very well over here. The more action points you have, the more frequent you are able to attack them. So, for example, here I can see if I moved that many fields, I only have one action point left, meaning if I were to attack him after that, he would only attack them once, dealing basically no damage. And he's making them wet. Ooh. Ooh. You don't say. There, fire weakness, powered by magic, but lightning weakness thanks to them being wet. But we don't attack. Anyways, so doesn't matter for us. So let's roll them now. Mind control. Now they can hit each other. Go. And they recover health. But what? Daylights. Okay, that's another type piece slash whatever it is. And we can just go and... Okay, this is a good angle. That's also a good position. But that was a 50% chance, and the ranged attacks kind of work like yeah, like that. So they don't always hit. They have chances the closer you are to them. You know. So let us... So Necrotize will turn them into... Basically, because we have this culture, we want to use as many spells as often as possible. So let's just kill them like this. They'll turn into zombies. They get damaged because of dissonance, which all of our units apply, making it so that if we cast a spell, then... Oh yeah, Oscar. Oops. Making it so that the spells deal more damage. You know, we kind of want to first do a little bit of damage, at least. So have that being cast on them. They're being flanked because they're currently looking in that direction. So that's being very effective. It's nice. Would this kill them? It would kill them. So let's just blast them to bits. It does cost mana casting this spell, but it will be worth it since we will be leveling up our spells and be able to extract them for financial gain. So there's that. Because we cleared this infestation, we just got 6 souls, a cloak and some, well, decent amount of resources. Let's look at our heroes so we can equip this. Magic damage, that's perfect. Heal magic damage. And we can annex our first province, and we're already done with the first thing we've built. I would say Stone Conjurer next, because that gives us more mana, more production, both. So mana more for the late game, production more for the early game. Blacksmith could also be, but the thing is with draft, I'm not such a fan of that. So let us sort of wait for Town Hall 2. As this will enable us to build a bunch of new buildings. And let me actually take a second to strategize a little bit how I want to proceed with the next annexations, because this actually matters a lot. I wonder if I can see something big over here. Yeah, unfortunately I haven't found anything worthwhile in our near vicinity, as So the issue here is we we wanna we want to have something like a conduit because we are very magically oriented. Unfortunately, everything around us is very materialistic, like gold veins and iron deposits. So basically, to explain annexation in a nutshell, there is always going to be something on the field that you can take. So for example, just a plain field, you can build a quarry or a farm, both pretty basic and nothing special. If it's a forest, it's a bit of both food and production. Now there are gonna be, yeah, okay, there are pastures. Actually, I wanna do pastures then, because this enables us to grow our population faster. With more food. Gonna be early game pretty valuable for us, so let's just do that instantly. And we kind of want to look for places where we can build conduits as soon as possible, because we have our cultural boon, say that, here, on the Sarune's Umbral Disciples. It enables us to build an altar of marching gloom, which we want to build as soon as possible because it gives us many resources and many benefits. And we also want to make use of Hermit Kingdom as much as possible, since we have that. So basically, we want to, since we are also evil, there are two alignments, basically evil and good, and depending on your actions, it changes. And well, evil just gives us less relationship with free cities and 10% chance of having a random negative event happening to us. There are going to be many events, okay? Even though I've played over 40 hours in this game, I still haven't like, there are so many events I still haven't had yet. And well, the little thing you sense here, that's an enemy. We don't know how strong this enemy is, however, though. But we kind of want to check it out. It's a low-risk battle, actually. Even though they're 5. Well, they're all level 1 units. Good for us. And we can scout ahead a little further. No, that's an enemy. Can't. And that's already the beach. No? Okay, we can go a little bit further into that direction. I kind of want to go there because it's that's more land mass in our direction. We kind of want to find the spot for conduits. Conduits are... I haven't even explained it yet. Conduits are... They allow us... Let's do another scout. They allow us to extract mana. So that is... Okay, so this is boosted now because of our population. We already started production now. So it's already late. And yeah, conduits first, as soon as possible. Everything can go on later. So let us go with our scout back. See what it is. Still no place for a conduit. Another gold vein. It's not what I want. Another gold vein. Holy shit. Ah, we have really not been blessed here. Have another battle we can take. Do we want to wait for skeletal? Then engage there. I kind of want to do that. Also, we have mana issues. Sucks. Man, we really can't afford that many units already. We do not wait for skeletal we will not be able to use that anyways, because it consumes even more mana for us. So since it's a low risk battle, I'm gonna try to auto resolve this one, but as you will see, the casualties are gonna be very, very high. Because the AI is not very smart. Okay, but we'll call this a win. No. Wait, is that another? Yeah, that's another enemy. Where did you come from? Was he there before? No. No, it's from the Free City. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah, okay. Anyways, we get our first level up. So, since I've already taken a little look into all of this, we want to go for Blood Pact, because the next skill of that is going to be very beneficial. Link with a target-friendly unit. While active, target gains any damage dealt to the casters dealt to the target. Well, that sucks, but the caster gains 20% damage. Basically, we deal 20% more damage, which is huge because we have such a long-range attack. So, it is really only beneficial for us. And luckily, the most damage taken was from a Spirit Elemental, which is completely acceptable, because we want them to die. Alright? Let's... no! Wait! We allowed the AI to use spells. I forgot to disable that. That's not good. Now we wasted so many resources. Oh well. Oh well. That kinda sucks. Still no potential mana nodes. Huh? We want to find one as soon as possible, because that will show us into what direction we want to expand next. I'm even pondering about, should we wait with the next one? Nah, we wanna... Okay, let's do another. Let's also get the production value out of this with the gold mine, because gold is going to be more important later on. Oh, but damn, our realm currently is very materialistic. That is not good for us. Not pretty much. Let's end our turn. And we finished our research. Skeletal animation. Can summon skeletons after a bell. Next one. We can either go for a necromancer, which sort of sucks, honestly, because he will only be able to reanimate our people, and we don't really intend our people to die. So, and even if that happens, they will only be raised as zombies, which is bad. Which is a bad unit. So, I would like to ignore that. Rotting explosion. Target friendly zombie or skeletal unit explodes. All enemies stain. Okay, so this spell sucks. It also consumes souls? What? Excuse me? We can definitely not afford that. So the only thing left is real arcane studies to boost our, well, our cultural specific things. And yes, okay, so this is now a new mechanic. Empire development. Empire development is another skill tree which is affected by your affinities, which I already said is going to be important on. Now these affinities determine what kind of sort of events and what kind of answers you can give these events. Depending on what affinities you are, we're gonna heavily rely on Shadow and Arcane, or Astral, apparently. And so, we are basically going to be magical, necromancer, cult guys sort of thing. Now the first skill isn't really that great, because it gives us knowledge if we defeat a hero in combat. We are currently not fighting any heroes, we are currently only fighting stations and random enemies. 1 second, on the world map. So there's really no reason for us to go for this for now. We also want to save our Imperium because this is the research we require in order to settle new cities. And as you can see, we have found Ancient Wonder. Now these are world buildings that you can go into, have events. They also have some bit of lore. And they also, oh look at that, 20 mana when annexed. We want to place an outpost near here as soon as possible. Or maybe even build a city somewhere here, because if there's nothing here, sort of, then we kind of want to do that there. But still no mana nodes, are there? Damn. It's crazy. Eyob. Okay, let's go a little bit over here. Wanna find somewhere we can do some mana nodes. Trust me, this is very important. So far it's only gold and whatnot. Forest. What is this? That changes a little bit. Okay, nothing over here. I guess we're gonna go ahead and kill these. Or all in the name of XP. And yeah, other than that, we currently are good. We should go for vendor next, as this is boosted. And we currently don't need the town upgrade yet, because, well, we haven't found a good place to settle. Okay, we have a new scout. Maybe down here there's something important. Good. Maybe some mana nodes? No? Oh, you. Oh no. Yeah, holy crap. It's not a single province. What? In our close vicinity. What? Okay, oh wait. Oh, so, okay, so this counts as a conduit. So this, okay. Alright. Counts as a conduit. That's great. So, we wanna annex... Alright. We found our spot, I believe. So, we kinda wanna look more into this direction then, maybe a little bit behind. Because we wanna have our place where we build this majestic building I have not revealed yet, in a place where there are as many conduits as possible. So let's just scout for the purpose of scouting. Sounds good. And this is a tier 3 ancient wonder. So there are different types of ancient wonders in the world: bronze, silver, and gold. This is a gold one, so we definitely don't want to check it out yet. We are definitely not ready for that. What? Yeah, you. Talking about you. So, as we have already found where we kind of go, I would say, so this scout goes over there, that scout goes there, the scouts go. This scout is going to go over there. And then I would say we would have enough scouts for now and can focus more on some more military. Alright. And please do not worry if all of this is very overwhelming to you, because I can tell you I was at least twice as overwhelmed. And we have our first event with our neighboring free city, decaying defenses. Orient Tempest appears before you, concerned about the defenses of Padblador. Eldritch Sovereign Kalkthu, I have long been impressed by your feats of construction and humbly ask for your help. My building plans have seen some delays, and now defenses are falling behind. With rising tensions in the realm, I fear my city may not withstand a siege. Were such a thing to happen, please share some of your architectural wisdom with me so I can protect my citizens. Now we have several options to choose from. We could either say my builders from Astra will support yours for a while. That will block our production for 3 turns. Sexy. Relations, however, with them will be swayed for 18 turns, which is very good. It would even be it would be worth it in my opinion. My builders will help you for tribute. That's definitely not worth. I don't know why, but gold rewards in this game are very underwhelming and definitely not worth. Gold is one of the resources which usually is not going to be a problem in my experience, especially since we have that many gold veins in our city. So definitely not this one. You admit your weakness, a foolish mistake, rally the troops. So this will give us an evil enlightenment, as this is an evil action. Changes to war for 12 turns, fortification, minus 25 fortification. But the thing is, first of all, we do not have the strength to conquer them. And second of all, even if we were to successfully conquer them, it would not only cost us resources, units, time, but also we will lose a potential ally, which currently we can only negotiate with one, as we have only one Whispering Stone. And I will assure you, alliances are much more worth than conquering a free city. Much more. Even though, okay, let me say this though. If they annex next to our city, I will kill them. I will kill them all. But until then, they still have time and the choice not to do that. Because these 15% of Hermit Kingdom are so worth. I will not let this be interrupted by some stupid AI. Alright? We get grievances if someone were to do this, so we are technically in the right to just kill them. So there's also an Eldritch option. Stupefy Sage Orion by magnifying your dreadful splendor. Loses to Thrall, gain reach Pact of Cooperation immediately. Well, sucks. We do not have any Thralls. Well, I guess we stop production as we don't need that. Anyways, because this weight, this is really worth it. My builders will help you. Now I don't have any production going for a while. Let's see if there is a worthwhile province next to it with a con. Yes! No! Okay, actually that's fine. Honestly, this is very fine. So we will be building this here as of now. Because then it will be next to 2 provinces with a conduit. So this is the most optimal place for us to build the special building, which I cannot show yet because we required a town hall level 2 for this. But let me assure you, it's okay. It's not that crazy, but it's efficient, and I'm all about efficient. So sorry. Okay, that's a little bit bad that it has to be on a gold vein. You could have built a mine on there. It sucks, but it will be worth it, I say. Think. Wait, can I even think I can even show this? We've shown this building, I think. So here, Altar of Marching Gloom. There we go. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. It doesn't require anything next to. Here, it doesn't gain any benefits from having anything next to it, so it doesn't matter. Oh well, no. Haha. Okay, let's build the town, and then have the altar of March somewhere. But first, we will take the gold vein. I would go for this one first, so this guy doesn't expand our direct. You can also see Hermit King. I mean, we will see how this affects us in terms of knowledge gain. Once, if he were stupid enough to annex next to us, man, I really don't want to kill a free city, but it'll have to come to this if they annex next to us. So we'll give them a sign of dominance to tell them don't build there. Okay, that's mine. Mine. Can't build there. Oh wait, but the building does count as a conduit, doesn't it? Yes, counts as a conduit. So you kind of want to. What you want to do then, in this case, is sort of build somewhere where it really it sort of doesn't matter in terms of it has a bad building opportunity, but I think this is the worst next building opportunity. So that way we would have 3 conduits for some building that will actually gain a benefit from it. So I might also just build it here, just because it's simpler, and you would have. I think I actually will build it here because it'll be earlier and simpler. So yeah, that's that. Show him some dominance for now, and then yeah. Well, let's scout ahead more. There's another ancient here, gives us production. Alright. Can't get there yet because that requires sailing. Can already play them. Scout ahead more. And even more. Okay. Now our last scout is on its way. So this is a low risk battle. Let's see again how. Okay. You will not cast any spells this time. So, or actually, we kind of want to get the economic edge. Let's see how this goes. Actually, that's honestly pretty good. The only things that died were the elementals that drain our mana curve. That's perfect. So there we go. Also, now we can raise 1 unit from the dead. This was Wolven Lords. The race Wolven Lords. What is this? Okay. Interesting. We want to go for a dispensable unit again, like melee consume flora. What? Consume what? What is? That's a racial feature, but I want to see what it does. Destroy a target flora and heal 20 hit point. Gain 1 positive random effect. Hey, I mean, that sounds pretty good. We're gonna raise it not because we want them, but because this is gonna level up our ambition. I'm gonna explain in just a second. Let us just equip this cool new ring right now. Which gives us True Sight and Inspiring Killer. Inspiring Killer being rather not as important, but again, better than nothing. So now we can get the Pact of Eternal Servitude, which is very good, as this gives us lifesteal for the unit that is going to be affected, and Resurgence, making it so if it dies, it will resurrect after the combat. So this is very good. You haven't seen the Blood Pact yet, but I can tell you, in the next battle we surely will do another normal battle, meaning we will control the battle there. So yeah, as we also don't have any elementals anymore, and yeah, so these undead units, and they look weird. They're wolves, but their head shapes are so weird. They look like insects. You sure these are? No, what? Oh, because those were different kind of races. Okay, gotcha. This is undead, heartless, point. Okay, poisoned. And this costs us 6 mana upkeep. It's not as bad, but here you can see our current progression on our governor's specialization, or as an Eldritch governor. We level these governor skills up by pursuing our ambition, which is sort of being a necromancer in our sense. And so we just raise the dead and we level up that way. So we want to use as much soul for that as possible. And I also want to have 2 thralls as backup just for these events, because once we have events where we can use these thralls, I just saw that they are actually pretty good. We really want to pursue them. So yeah, we built another town building just by doing nothing. That's great. Can't cast any spells, but there should be some. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we can lock the spell, basically making it so we will not use it, but we will gain for 5 turns 10 knowledge. We're gonna do this, because we currently can't cast any spells really. And yeah, so now we get 10 more knowledge. 79. And our turn. Alright. So negotiations succeeded. We are at the Pact of Corporations. Nice. The free city opens its borders. Trading is enabled. The 2 resource trades are available. Good news. So yeah, now we can choose what we want to have. So this is a special resource here, Rainbow Clover. Gives us better relationships with 3 cities and rulers. Oh, he gives us mana. Oh, I want to have that. Seduction is also good. But we really need mana right now. We really struggle with this. Let's go for mana. Thank you. Thanks, mana. Okay, just keep your disgusting nose out of my territory. Yeah, I don't want to see anything like next to me. All right, great. Studies have been researched. Select a new one. Necrotic projectiles. Surface of dissonance basically gives any other unit that is not race dissonance, but also costs some upkeep for having this spell enabled. Shattered Crown, not so good. I would kind of want to go for necrotic projectiles. Because that gives the decaying, but I don't know how much upkeep this is gonna cost, because upkeep really is an issue, as we still don't have enough mana for our endeavors. But all of these are gonna cost us upkeep, so let's go for necrotic projectiles, I would say. I mean, it would be better for our scouts. It would be better. Yeah, let's go for cross actually. So yeah, now our scouts are doing a better job. Spells are ready to cast. Really, what are you showing me here? Can't really do. Okay, we can enthrall a population. If used on a vassal, it has to be a vassal though, so I don't want to do it on our city, obviously. So all units in your gain Umbral Melody. This is very expensive and definitely worth. Now, Minor Race Transformation, we already have this very powerful spell active, and we really want to make use of it, because currently... Oh yeah! I don't know yet how it's gonna affect our province buildings like mines, gold veins, once we start converting our terrain into this umbral melody. Alright, okay. Because I haven't done that yet. Okay, so here is another infestation, good to know. Watchtower, free resources, nice. Kinda wanna look in here. There's someone sitting on my mana node. Yeah, I will kill you. Family, I will kill your brothers, I will kill your sisters, I will kill everything you love and hold dear. Okay, just so you know. Anyways. So there's another tower, we kinda wanna go there. Right here, a watchtower. Silent Tomb. Another ancient wonder, silver difficulty. So now that's a risky battle, definitely going to manual combat here. We should definitely... Oh, also our ruler suffered some health loss, but it should very much be manageable. So let's instantly blood pact with our spear units, because these are the ones that cost gold. We don't want to expend that. We can already attack these. Let's just also do that straight away, since we have that 2 stacks of dissonance. There you go. And what we do not want to have now is to let... Can they heal themselves? No. Really? Okay, they can. But they will prefer to heal the scouts first. We don't want that. Let's heal ourselves and our ruler. Maybe we should have done that before the attack, because that determines how... well... his damage output is. But all of these are ranged, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult to manage now. I don't want to go too far. So from there they probably be able to hit. That would be no good. Let's go as far as we can actually do it like this. This one goes here, this one goes here. Okay, he has this effect. It's lifesteal and resurgence. Great. And then we go with them there. Zoom Flora. Can you do that? No? There's no Flora here apparently. Okay, so they are going to defend from this side. We want to go with our mage unit into the brush, because this gives us obscuring, making it harder for anything to land attack on us. And we can start. There we go. To defend. Okay, good. They focus. What? Damn, they deal damage. Oof, they deal damage. Okay. Yeah, good thing we have given this unit the blood pack. Is they're kind of dying right now, but he cannot attack. Right? He can't do it. I cannot do though. So who do we want to strike? All of these little. I think we want to get rid of the unit first. So let's hit him with another dissonance. Boom. Now with him, or with them, I kind of want to stay in the brush, honestly. But I think it might also be wise to go in. The thing is, the shield unit would be best off if it... Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with them over there. To sort of protect our casters. And then go with our shield units there. Oh, those were attacked. Oh, not our spear guys. Okay, I was a little bit retarded. Okay, so they can eat this here? Can they? Ah, but they... What? Wait. Is this Flora? Because if yes... Then let us move. This 25 is a little bit little. So let's kind of move like this. Can they now do that? Yes, they can. Eat that. Eat the weed, guys. Mmm, tasty. So. They are fairly good against them, so I think they should best attack them after they have blasted their fists. Go. Now they can go attack. One. Take a hit. Alright. This is 2 movement points. Go ahead and go there for now. And they can only attack. And they should also probably do that. Whoa! Ow! Now they kinda need to go into defense mode because you can see already how how much damage they would take. This is a little bit much, my taste. Alright, where do we want to strike? I think this is a good pathway. Hit him. Nice, it hit. He has 4 stacks of dissonance. 4 stacks. Let's see if we can actually do something. We could potentially kill him. If we don't, how much damage will he deal? Quite some. But it's a little bit damage inefficient. So, it also blasts somebody else to bits. Here, how much does he have? 1 stack, right? Okay. Kinda torn between killing him and him. So this deals 30 damage, he has 12 health. So with 4 stacks, let's just attack him. Okay, how much damage does it deal now? Well, still half health damage. That's crazy. Well, anyways, I think that's because now he doesn't deal as much damage anymore, I think, maybe? Okay, he took even more damage. I don't know if that was worth it. No, that was definitely... well, that's good for me. Definitely. That was that was definitely not brutal AI logic. Or it was, but still not good. Alright, that's insane. And that's fine. And they actually want to attack more because they heal through that. So let's attack them more. Bam! Bam! More health! More health! And they can kill him. Let's do that. However, he also has lots of dissonance. For the lightning damage per stack. So that would be... oh, he also has so little magic resist. So yeah, that would not be actually. What? No. Maybe with a lesser magic resist. We risk it. Should we risk that? Okay, let's try to kill him. Always 50% though. There we go. That's a nice place in my opinion. 65%. And 9. Critical chance. That would definitely... So let's just go there for now. Yeah, I can kill him off like this. Also hit somebody else like there. Let's hit 65 chance and nice, good. So now cast a spell. So what would be the wisest thing? Mathematically wise. based on who stacks 2, how much stacks 2, equal stacks. Probably both don't die. Damn, he would kill them though. You know what? Fuck it. You've got to be shitting me. Oh no. They have slip away. What just happened was he basically saved himself. And it didn't apply dissonance. Oh, when an overcharged spell. Oh. But this one wasn't overcharged. Oh, okay. Okay, well at least we can kill him. There we go. Yeah, the skeleton is dead. Alright, that's that. Oof, slip away was ouchie, if I may say that. So this is not overcharged. Overcharged spell. So it only is for the first time you cast the spell, isn't it? Only for the first time in combat it's gonna be overcharged. Healing 25% more damage. Okay, so let's hope we hit him from there. Nice. Okay, that's important. Now can hit him. There. Hiya! 5 health. And lose it immediately with it. Ooh, they'll... Ah, that's a flank. I want to go for the flank here. Go. They heal? Yes, they can. Ahead. It's already a good blasting point. Let's just do that. But they are apparently resistant. Hmm. How much damage do we deal? Yep, fairly good damage. And this is our support unit, so good. I don't want to use the spell too much now, because it doesn't do the dissonance thing. And now that I think about it, maybe we should have sort of played it more efficiently. Now that we know that it applies this dissonance thing. Okay, this is not looking good. Their morale is still pretty high, meaning they are less likely to out. So, let's pursue them a little bit, maybe heal them even. So, sure. There you go. Heal. Critical chance. Oh, nice. And that's a death. Okay, looking better now already. Fortunately, the spear units can already die because they're already below half health. So... Alright, okay. Okay, alright. I guess we'll die then. Damn, that was so perfect. Yes, yes, okay, it's recording. Oh man, how beautiful. Act of attack. What? I can do it again? Wait. I can do it. I need to test. Yeah, the thing is, our ruler can't. Because he's too far away of everything. And, okay, they're gonna flank this one. Well, so he's definitely dead. But maybe not, maybe not. And, ooh, okay, that was your mistake, man. I want to see though now. So, can I do this pact of servitude? No valid targets found. I guess it's just it really is limited to one, so that's why it doesn't work. Let's see. Regain your health. Yes. Yes. He will not die. Arcane Guard. Pursue them. Go ahead. Flank. From all sides and directions. Can't do much. And enter. Okay, there you have low morale now. Ouch. And no, not dead. And spare. Kill them. Punish. Good job. That's a 60%. Stays like that. Okay, flanking though. And he's gonna rout now. I think he's escaping too. Yeah, we couldn't catch him anyways. Alright, there we go. We lost an expendable unit. Perfect. Brawl. Some souls. But we cannot raise anybody. Fortunately. Okay, and well, so the further you go, the harder the battles becomes. So we already have something of a high risk battle, as these are conjure animal. You one animal, this summon lasts for 3. Yeah. Forget it, okay? Summoning stuff, that's one level too high for. There's nothing we can do for now. So we should though try to find something fairly effective to. So these are good. This Mordor Guard thing is also good for leveling. The thing is though, it's far away. So until we reach that point, a lot of time passes, and that's not really. This I can imagine also being pretty tough, so we kind of want to ignore that too. So maybe there's something underground, because yes, there are underground passages, meaning the world map is effectively twice as big as you can see here too. Another thing I haven't mentioned yet. Yes, just as a glimpse of how huge this game really is. But this is already too much for the first part. Please let me know what you think about this, because as I said, this was very spontaneous and I'd like to do, or I'd like to show more. However, I do not know how you perceive it. Maybe it's too boring, maybe it's too gay. What do I know? Okay, so please tell me in the comments. I will definitely do a few more parts. Maybe even completely do it just because I can, or because I want to. But definitely let me know, and I will decide upon that. But other than that, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time, and until then, Man.